What's good, yo? It's your boy Coke Got It coming at y'all with another video. Right now, we're about to get into my Week 9 recap. Before we start, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, and let's ride. Starting off, we had the Friday night game, Boston College at home against Miami. I chose Miami to win this game, and that was a pure disappointment. Miami looked horrible. Lost 27-14 to Boston College. It's not a good look for Miami. And in all actuality, the fact that Virginia looks like they're going to the ACC championship, it's not a good look for the ACC at all. They're embarrassing this season. Then we had Clemson at Florida State. I chose Clemson to win. I figured this game might be a little bit closer than what most people thought it was going to be. Completely wrong. Clemson came out 59-10. Clemson is the fucking real deal. Now, I don't know necessarily if Trevor Lawrence is going to be as poised and as accurate as he's been when he goes against these playoff teams later on in the season, but if he is, Clemson's most definitely a real threat, a real contender. Then we have Florida and Georgia. You know I picked my dogs. My prediction was Georgia 44-13. They won 36-17. It was actually a pretty good game, you know. I mean, I told Florida fans their season ends after that game. I told Florida fans coming into that game, the only difference between your team this year and last year is this year, you're not losing what you're supposed to win. You know, Dan Mullen's just making y'all not look like bums. It's going to take some time before he can get you over the hump, if that even happens. And it's definitely going to take a quarterback, because right now you don't have one on your roster that can do it. Then we had Iowa at Penn State. I chose Penn State. I thought it would be a bigger win than what it was, but Penn State won 30-24. Then we had Kentucky at Mizzou. I chose Mizzou to pull off the upset. I mean, it wouldn't really be called an upset considering they were favored, but I had Mizzou winning the game. Kentucky, some fucking how, comes back. Very end of the game, wins 15-14. It's all right, though, because Kentucky, y'all season ends next Saturday. It'll be over with after that game. Season done. All right? Then we had A&M and Mississippi State. I chose A&M, and they looked horrible. They lost 28-13. You can't let, if you're going to play Mississippi State, you can't let Nick Fitzgerald eat at all. You can't let him eat at all, passing or running. You can't, and they did. So they lost. Hopefully they can just win out. Washington State at Stanford. I chose Stanford. I figured Washington State wasn't going to be able to follow up after that big victory against Oregon. I figured Stanford would bounce back after that little bad couple games. Nope. Washington State won 41-38. I don't think if Washington State finished the season with that one loss that they got, I don't think they'll get in the playoffs. But if the Pac-12 wants a team in the playoffs, Washington State is your best hope. Then we had Texas at Oklahoma State. Texas climbed all the way up to number 6, looking like they might have a shot at the playoffs. Then they fold up and lose 38-35 to Oklahoma State. That's the Big 12 for you, man. The Big 12 is so inconsistent. You don't know who's who out there. Ain't no one out there no contender this year. Then we had Notre Dame at Navy. I chose Notre Dame to win. They came out. They won 44-22. Took off on them. Really, most of Navy's points was end of the game, you know, light defense. This week was horrible for me. Out of 9 games, I went 4-5. Definitely wasn't a good look. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so that way you can get notified when my next videos drop. I'll have my Week 10 predictions coming out. And I'm thinking about going ahead and doing the playoff ranking predictions before they drop. But either way, just make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's your boy Coke Got It, and I'm out.